even know what kind of night this was for her?
It's not over yet.
You didn't see her sitting there 2 minutes ago. You were too busy upstairs with that Hungarian Duncan Hines. Well, she was miserable. Her face was longer than that trip we took tonight.
She never said a thing to me.
Yeah, she's too good at sport. She went the whole cockeyed way. Boy, oh boy. Dragging a woman like that out into the middle of the harbor for a bowl of shit.
It was great bean soup. And at least she tasted it. She didn't jab at it with her knife, throwing cute little epigrams like, ho, ho, ho. I think there's somebody in there.
Yeah, at least I was honest about it. You ate 2 bowls with your shoulder off out at home at the next table.
Why are you so angry about Paul?
I just told you. I felt terrible for your mother.
Why? Where is she this very minute? Probably with the most attractive man she's ever met. Tell me it doesn't beat the hell out of hair curlers and the late show.
Oh, I can hear it now. What sparkling conversation. It's probably telling her about a chicken cacciatore cooked for the High Lama of Tibet. She's sitting there shoving pink pills in her mouth.
You never know what people talk about when they're alone.
I don't understand how you can be so unconcerned about this.
I'm concerned. I'm plenty concerned. Do you think I'm gonna get 1 wink of sleep until that phone rings tomorrow? I'm scared to death for my mother. But I'm grateful there's finally something to be scared about. What I'm really concerned about is you.
Me? Me.
Yes, you. I'm beginning to wonder if you're capable of having a good time.
Why? Because I like to wear my gloves in the middle of winter?
No, because there's a little bit of adventure in you. You know what you are? You're a watcher. There are watchers in this world, and there are doers. Watchers sit around watching, and doers do. Well, tonight you watched, and I did.
Yeah? Well, it was a lot harder to watch what you did than it was for you to do what I was watching.
You won't let your hair down for my mother. You couldn't even relax for one night. Boy, Paul, sometimes you act like a...
What, a stuffed shirt?
I didn't say that.
That's what you were implying.
That's what you anticipated. I didn't say you're a stuffed shirt. But you are extremely proper and dignified.
I'm proper and dignified? When? When have I been proper and dignified?
All right. The other night, you were drunk, right?
Like I was stoned.
There you are. I didn't know until you told me in the morning. You're a funny kind of drunk. You just sat there looking unhappy and watching your coat.
I was watching my coat because someone else was watching my coat. Look, if you want, I'll get drunk with you sometime. Show you a real slob, make your hair stand up on end.
It isn't necessary.
Do you know that at PJ Clark's New Year's Eve party last year, I punched an old lady in the face? Don't you tell me about drunks.
All right, Paul.
When else? When else was I proper and dignified?
Always. You've always dressed right. You always look right. You always say the right things. You're very close to being perfect.
That's a rotten thing to say.
I've never even seen you without a jacket. I always feel like such a slob compared to you. Before we were married, I was sure you slept with a tie.
Oh no, just for very vulnerable sleeps.
You can't even walk into a candy store and ask a lady for a Tootsie Roll. You're gonna walk up to the counter and point us and say, I'll have that thing in the white and brown wrapper.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And you're not. That's just the trouble. Like Thursday night, you would have walked barefoot with me in Washington Square Park. Why not?
Perfectly good answer. It was 17 degrees.
Exactly. It's very sensible and logical. Except it isn't any fun.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I am too proper and dignified for you. Maybe you would have been better off with somebody more colorful and flamboyant, like the geek.
Well, you got a lot more laughs than a stuffed shirt.
I thought you said I wasn't.
Well, you are now.
You know what? I'm not going to listen to this. I'm not going to listen. I have a case for court in the morning.
Where are you going?
To sleep.
Now? How can you sleep now?
Well, I'm going to close my eyes and count Kenichis. Good night.
You can't go to sleep now. We're having a fight.
No, you have the fight. And when you're through, turn off the lights.
Oh, I get me saying you can even control your emotions.
Look, Corey, I am just as upset as you are, but when I'm hungry, I eat, and when I'm tired, I sleep. You eat and sleep too. Don't deny it. I've seen you.
Not in the middle of a crisis.
What crisis? We're just yelling a little.
You don't consider this a crisis?
Adultery, yes. Cold feet, no.
Don't oversimplify this. I'm angry. Can't you see that?
Look, Corey, it is 2:15. If I get to sleep now, I get about 5 hours sleep. I'll call you from work tomorrow and we'll argue with Mom.
You won't go to sleep. You will stay here, fight to save our marriage.
Corey, if our marriage hinges on bleeding fish balls and poo pies, it is not worth saving. I am now going to crawl into our tiny little single bed. If you care to join me, we will be sleeping from left to right tonight.
You won't discuss it. You're afraid to discuss it. I married a coward.
Corey, would you bring in the pail? The closet's leaking.
No, I hate you. I hate you. I really, really hate you.
Corey, there's one thing I learned in court. I said you be very careful when you're tired and angry. You might say something you soon regret. I am now tired and angry.
And a coward!
And now I will say something I regret. Okay, Corey, maybe you're right. Maybe we have nothing in common. Maybe we rushed into this marriage a little too fast. Maybe love isn't enough. Maybe two people should have to be tested for more than love. Maybe they should have to be tested for common sense, understanding, and emotional maturity.
Well, why don't you pass in the Supreme Court? Only those couples bearing a letter from their psychiatrist will be permitted to get married.
Oh, you're impossible.
You're unbearable.
You should be in nursery school.
It's a lot more fun than being at home for the fuddy-duddies.
All right, Corey, let's
Don't you touch me. I don't want you near me ever again.
Now, wait a minute, Corey.
No, I can't look at you. I can't be in the same room with you.
Why?
I just can't, that's all. Not when you feel this way.
When I feel what way?
The way you feel about me.
Corey, you're hysterical.
I am not hysterical! You know exactly what I'm saying. I'm good between us both. We'll never be again.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
I didn't want to cry.
Oh, for Pete's sake, go ahead and cry.
Don't you tell me when to cry! I'll cry whenever I want to cry. And I'm not going to have regrets till you're out of this apartment.
What do you mean out of this apartment?
Well, you certainly don't expect to live here anymore together. Not after tonight, do you?
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I want a divorce.
A divorce? What?
Sorry, Paul. I can't discuss this anymore. Good night.
Where are you going?
To bed.
You can't, not now.
You did before.
That was in the middle of a fight. This is in the middle of a divorce.
Sorry, Paul. I can't talk to you. When you're hysterical!
Will you come
Good
here?
night.
I want to know why you want a divorce.
I told you why. Because you and I have absolutely nothing in common.
What about those 6 days at the plaza?
6 days is not a week make.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know what it means. I just want a divorce.
You know, I think you really mean it.
I do.
Do you mean to tell me every time we get in a little fight, you're going to want to get a divorce?
There aren't gonna be any more little fights, Paul. This is it. This is the end.
Corey, do you mean to tell me? Will you come here?
Why?
Because I don't want to yell. All the way.
Afraid the crazy neighbors will hear us?
You're serious.
Dead serious.
You mean with the whole thing, going to court, shaking hands, goodbye, done, finished, forever, divorce?
That is what I mean.
See, there's just nothing left to be said.
I guess not.
Right. Good night, Corey.
Where are you going?
To bed.
Don't you want to talk about it?
At 2:30 in the morning?
I can't sleep until this thing is settled.
Well, it might take 3 months. Why don't you at least try to take a nap?
You don't have to get snippy.
Oh, well, damn it, I'm sorry, but when I plan vacations, I'm happy. When I plan divorces, I'm snippy. All right, you want to plan this thing? Let's play. Would you like a quick divorce or a slow and painful one?
Going to bed.
You get back here right now, or you get no divorce from me.
You can try acting civilized.
Fine, I'll be civilized, but charm you're not going to get. Now sit down, because there are a lot of legal and technical details we have to go through.
Can't you do all that? I don't know anything about legal things.
Ha ha! Now I'm the doer and you're the watcher, Corey! Ha! Right? Isn't that right, Corey?
So this is what you're really like.
Yes! Yes!
What do I have to do?
Okay, first off, on what grounds?
Grounds?
Yes, grounds. What are you divorcing me for? And remember, Corey, my failure to appreciate Kenichis will only hold up in a Russian court.
You're a scream, Paul. Why weren't you this funny when we were happy?
Okay, how about incompatible?
Fine. Are you through with me?
No, not yet. What about the financial settlement?
I don't want to think.
Oh, but you're entitled to it. Alimony, property. Supposing I just pay rent. $75.63 a month, isn't it?
Ha ha.
And you can keep the furniture and wedding gifts. I just like to keep my clothes.
I hardly expected bitterness from you.
That is not bitterness, that is a statement of fact. You're always wearing my pajamas and slippers.
Only when you go to work.
Why?
Because I like the way they... Never mind. It's stupid. I'll sign over your pajamas and slippers.
If you'd like, you can visit them once a month.
Now that's bitter!
You're damn right it is.
You have no right to be bitter!
Don't you tell me when to be bitter.
At least we tried.
Yeah. Almost 2 whole weeks.
Better than finding out in 2 whole years.
Or 20.
Or 50.
Lucky, aren't we?
We're the luckiest people in the entire world!
I thought you said you weren't going to cry.
Well, I am! I'm gonna have the biggest year I've ever had in my entire life, and I'm going to enjoy it! Because I'm gonna cry so loud, I'm gonna keep you awake all night long! Good night, Paul! I mean, goodbye.
Six days does not a week make.